Chapter 1. Saturn's Job. Saturn return is inevitable, whether you like it or not, whether you want it or not, whether you're ready for it or not, whether you whine about it or accept it. The first big elimination phase of your life has arrived in the form of Saturn return. You have accumulated plenty during the last 28 years and now it's time to release. Some people say that Saturn return is like a prophecy. When Saturn aligns again with your sign, your life will succumb in chaos. I think this is a very negative way to perceive and look at the whole process, because Saturn return is a process after all. There's a purpose, but for some it doesn't feel like it. People react very differently through their own experiences of Saturn return. Everyone has an opinion according of how well or bad they felt afterwards. There are people who feel hopeless, didn't eliminate nor consolidate during their Saturn return and therefore don't believe in Saturn return, but usually are very frustrated with life in general. There are people who feel the urge to let go of whatever the energy of Saturn is trying to eliminate from their lives, but for some reason they didn't nor like it, so they dread their next Saturn return. And then, there are people who after all the hardships and struggles, they managed to eliminate and consolidate as much as they could, and consequently their lives evolved. They start fresh and anew, and they are able to move forward in life. These people usually have a positive experience about Saturn return, although they will admit that it was hard to go through. During Saturn return you'll probably feel very sad and frustrated. There's a reason why people have a negative perspective of it, unfortunately. However, those who are able to understand what's meant to get done, and willingly take the time and effort to do it, will be rewarded with a sense of peace and emotional freedom by the end of their Saturn return. When you understand the why of situations, you are less likely to overreact. Easier said than done. What's the purpose of Saturn return? The purpose of your first Saturn return is to bring stability into what's left of your youth and consequently have a right foundation for midlife. During Saturn return you must either 1. Eliminate everything that is a baggage in your life, everything that at one point did but does not serve us anymore. Or 2. Consolidate, tie down and finally get done situations we've been putting off for too long. After eliminations and consolidations of situations have taken place, the promise and therefore purpose of Saturn return is to give much needed stability into the second part of your youth and to set the right foundation for later on in midlife. Consequently, after midlife you start your second Saturn return when you will have to do it all over again. You might not been thinking of getting old, or you might not feel old at all, and believe me, you're not old in the great scheme of things, but life is aware that if your health and safety continues, you will get old and you have to prepare accordingly. Only fools do not prepare for the inevitable. Eliminate and consolidate. During a Saturn return we must do hard necessary work for stability and progress in our lives. 1. Elimination. We must eliminate every situation that is no longer serving us any good in our lives, regardless of whether it did at some point. Their season is over. We're grateful for having this situation at a certain stage in our lives when we needed them, but their time is done and we must let go. Their season is over and we cannot hold on to them. Easier said than done. 2. Consolidation. We must consolidate or tie down situations that we knew we should have done, but that for any reason we delayed or postponed. These situations have been knocking at our door for years, but we ignored them, because we either thought we could do better or maybe we wanted to try our luck at something different. However, deep inside we knew different. Now the time has come, adulthood is calling and these situations must get done and consolidated. You took your time, you had your fun, but now it's time, it's now or never. Consolidation equals foundation, foundation equals stability. The purpose of your first Saturn return is to bring stability into what's left of your youth and to create the right foundation for your midlife. The consolidation energy of the cosmos is focused to make a situation stronger and sturdier. The cosmos wants to give you an upgrade. Will you let Saturn do its job? Easier said than done. Saturn return is hard work. Hard intentional work. Eliminating and consolidating situations is really hard. Much mental decision making has to take place and it can be traumatic for some people, hence the much dreading feeling around Saturn return. Some people refuse to eliminate situations that must be let go during Saturn return, because they have put a lot of work into making this situation work and they don't want to feel as if they wasted their time. The thing is, Saturn return will still set things into motion to eliminate this situation that is draining and stagnating your progress, whether you like it or not, whether you want it or not. Saturn return does not care whether you want to let go or not. Saturn return does not care whether you believe in it or not. Saturn return will happen whether you want it or not. Saturn return will happen whether you believe in it or not. My Saturn return almost killed me. It was a change your life or die, anonymous. Many people have a wrong perception of Saturn return, because they are put into situations where the universe is telling you that this situation you are holding on to is slowly killing you or making you depressed. Some people love to feel sorry for themselves, and substances and addictions are quite comfortable for some. Saturn return does not tolerate addictions. They're one of the first situations it will push you to let go of. Just like children must get chores and little responsibilities like homework done to prepare them for young adulthood. Young adults must get the hard work of Saturn return to prepare them for an ideal established adulthood and into midlife. During Saturn return you will be exhorted by the cosmos to eliminate excess or a negative situation by the roots in certain areas of your life. Not everyone goes through all of them, but most people feel too many coincidences to let go in more than one area. The most common areas Saturn return likes to interfere are one-sided relationships, not well-established relationships, unnecessary emotional codependency, substance addiction, material codependency, rotten dreams, emotional baggage, hatred and despise for oneself.